This is game number 21 of the match between Karpov and Kasparov, the world title 1986. The opening is Queen's Indian defense E15. Karpov playing white, Kasparov playing black, D4, knight F6, C4, E6. After suffering two defeats in the 17th and 19th games playing Renfield defense, Kasparov gives it up. This time he chooses to Nimzo Indian defense. It is important for him not to lose again playing black. Knight F3, B6, G3, Bishop A6, B3, Bishop B4 check, Bishop D2, Bishop E7, Bishop G2, Kasparov castles, Karpov also castles, D5. This is theoretically well-known position. This has occurred 3 times in 1984 match with Kasparov playing white games 6 and 14. Another possibility here is, let us go back and see what that is. Instead of D5, C6, Bishop C3, D5, Knight B D2, Knight B D7, Rook E1, Bishop B7, E4, D into E4, Knight into E4, Knight into E4, Rook into E4, C5, Rook E3. Let us go back. Rook E3 with a slight advantage. The position arising from these variations look more like positions from Catalan than from the Queen's Indian defense. Let us go back. The last move played is D5, Knight E5. Instead of Knight E5, in the 15th game of 1984 match, Karpov played C into D5, Knight into D5, Knight C3, Knight D7, Knight into D5, E into D5, Rook C1, Rook E8, Rook C2. Rook C2 had only a small positional advantage for white. Let us go back. The last move played is Knight E5, C6, Bishop C3, Knight F D7. Instead of Knight F D7, this typical maneuver in the positions where Knight E5 has been played. Black aims the exchange of the active white knight. Instead of Knight F D7, Bishop B7 had been tried in the 17th game of 1984 match. Let us go back. The last move played is Knight F D7, Knight into D7, Knight into D7, Knight D2, Rook C8, E4, D into C4, B into C4. b5, rook e1, b into c4, queen c2. After queen a4, let us go back and see. Instead of queen c2, queen a4, bishop b5, queen c7. Here a sub variation is there, that also we can see. Instead of queen c7, knight f6, a4, queen a6, rook a d1, e5. This position would be unclear. Let us go back to the game. Last move played is queen c2, queen c7. This prepares e5. If immediately e5, white can enter favorable complications with d into e5. Let us go back and see. Instead of queen c7, e5, d into e5, knight c5, bishop f1, knight d3, rook e d1, and now if bishop c5, knight into c4 with advantage. Also, if instead of e5, after queen c7, instead of e5, knight b6, the last move played is queen c7. Instead of queen c7, we will see another variation, that is knight b6, knight f1, c5, d5, e into d5, e into d5, e into d5, bishop f6, knight e3, rook b8, bishop e4, h6, knight f5. And white seized the initiative. Let us go back. The last move played is queen c7, knight f1. Another possibility was, let us see that, instead of knight f1, bishop f1, knight b6, that is a dubious move, a4. Let us go back and see last move played is knight f1 instead of a bishop f1, e5, knight e3, e into d4, bishop into d4, bishop c5. Black returns his extra pawn, but exchanges of white's strong bishop. Bishop into c5, knight into c5, knight into c4, rook f d8. White is slightly better because of black's isolated c pawn. Instead of rook a d1, e5, e5 is not a good move. Knight d3. This would be followed by bishop into c4 and knight into e5. Therefore, white must exchange the d file. Let us go back. The last move played is rook a d1, rook into d1, rook into d1, rook d8, rook into d8, queen into d8, h4, queen d4, Black centralizes his queen and gives no time for e4, e5. The game now only reaches an equal ending. Queen b2, queen into b2. The knight could not be taken. Let us go back and see. The knight could not be taken because of this b8 mates. So therefore the queens are exchanged off. Queen into b2, knight into b2, f6, f3, king f7. King started moving, indicates the end game. Bishop f1, bishop b5, king f2, king e6, bishop c4, bishop c4 check, king d6, king e3, knight d7, f4, knight b6, bishop g8. Only serious try here for white is bishop into b5. Let us go back and see. Instead of bishop g8, bishop into b5, c into b5, king d4, planning e4, e5. Though he could get his king in the center, he would have to reckon with the possibility of black creating an outside passed pawn on the queen side. So let us go back. Last move played is bishop g8, h6, knight d3, knight d7, king d4, c5 check, king c3, bishop c6, knight f2, knight b6, bishop b3, knight a8, king d3, knight b6, bishop c2, bishop b5 check, king c3, bishop b5. The last move was the sealed move after the adjournment. After the adjournment, king c2 is played. Black played c4, e5 check. If bishop into a4 instead of e5 check, let us go back and see. Bishop into a4, king c3, king c5, and black will exchange the c pawn for e pawn. Let us go back. Last move played is e5 check, f into e5, knight e4 check, king e6. After king e6, they agreed for a draw. Bishop into a4, knight c5 check, king f5, knight into a4, e into f4, and white cannot win with his knight. Therefore, they agreed for a draw. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Please subscribe so that you can see many more beautiful games of this championship, and also Bobby Fischer's great games with all moves explained. Thanks for watching once again.